Hello, good morning, and welcome back to yet another live session. My name is Vishal Manocha, owner and director at Net Worth Immigration Solutions. Welcome back to our live session, which we have every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is in Canada. We are based in Brampton, Ontario, and back home in India, it's 8:30 p.m. Welcome back to all our viewers. This is the time for you to get all the updates you need if you are planning to immigrate to Canada, or if you're already in Canada, then what will be your next step if you're looking for permanent residency, or if you're visiting here, how you can get your visitor visa converted into a study or work permit. Yes, that's how we can help you in all the options across Canada PR options we have. This is the time for you to get an update from the last 1 week, whatever has happened in the Canadian immigration, and also gives you a time to ask your questions. The moment you know, if you have any question regarding your immigration need, you can right now ask. For the next 30 minutes, I will be available live. We'll be giving you a lot of updates, and we'll also be taking your questions as we go along. So if you have any question, definitely post it into the comment section, and we will be happy to definitely answer you back on that. We can see a lot of viewers have already joined, so we can now begin definitely our update from the last 1 week. So just to let you know before we get into the updates, our office is based in Brampton, Ontario, very close to Brampton Gateway Terminal. We have an office back home in India where we are based in Karnal, and we have been working in this industry from last many years, almost 2 decades now. We have been providing our client with excellent client services and fulfilling their Canadian dreams and Canadian immigration goals. So if you are somebody who's looking to move to Canada, you are definitely at the right place. We have more than 98% success rate in all category of application we do, which is among the very highest in the industry. You can trust us that we have professional team who works toward achieving your goals, your target, and definitely making sure that if you're looking for permanent residency or looking for study permit, work permit, you are definitely at the right place. So now let us start off with the updates of this week. No express entry draw, so nothing much to discuss about. There was a draw 2 weeks ago. There was no draw last week. There was no draw this week again. No category specific draw. No express entry general draw. Again, a disappointing week for all the clients who have been waiting for their Canadian dreams, who are looking forward to migrate to Canada, or if they are already in Canada looking for permanent residency. Another disappointing week. No express entry draw. No Canadian experience class draw. Again, I think it's almost 1 year now. We are into September today, and I think now it's almost 1 year when it was we saw the last Canadian experience class draw. Right now, there was no express CEC draw from last 1 year now. Very disappointing for international students and foreign workers who are in Canada. They have been waiting. We have been waiting, but it doesn't seem to be happening. In fact, what we have seen recently in the last 2 weeks, I think we all are following that update that they are in fact planning to cap international students from coming to Canada. That is a very exciting news, in fact, and something to definitely keep a track on. We might hear as soon as next week, maybe from the immigration officer, that what are they planning for the coming years. But I think they are taking it seriously because we have seen there is a cap on immigration for many years. There is not like you, even the provincial nominee programs have their cap, the express entry and PR have their cap, but international students, as of now, there were no international student cap. But as per the news circulating from the last 2 weeks and the resources we have, there will be no shock if we will see an international student cap coming for 2024. We will have to wait and see what will that cap be, how Canadian immigration is definitely going to monitor it. Is it going to be provincial based or is it going to be a general cap? We have to see which country, which province could be targeted. Will they be putting a cap on the private or public sector? That is something very important and something exciting to see in the coming weeks. But yes, definitely something is coming in the next 2 or 3 weeks where we may hear an announcement about an international student cap being placed. And as I said, not exactly been announced, but that it seems to be a possibility now because if we look at the another system of all IRCC, which they either PNPs or PRs represent, they do have a cap. So this is not something new they are talking about, but yes, they have a cap in most of the immigration system, but international students as of now didn't have any cap because of a lot of problems we have seen recently in Canada, that housing problem and all other factors, that may be one of the reasons that definitely international students may be put on hold for some time for a few of the gap, but definitely we have to see how it goes from here. But there will be definitely an announcement coming up in the next couple of weeks about if they are going to place. But right now, if you talk about the international students, have been very, very high number. Last year we saw 800,000 international students entering Canada. This year it's even higher than that. They're expecting around by end of 2023 there will be 900,000 students entering Canada. That is a huge number. So congratulations to all the international students. Don't get disappointed. Definitely you will still be here. They're not going to push too much of gap. So be prepare yourself to, and if you want to come to Canada in 2024, the admissions are open, the intakes are available. We will be touching base on that very shortly. But yes, if you are somebody looking to move to Canada on a study permit, best time to move here. The IELTS requirement changed recently. We all know under SDS, Student Direct Stream, the admission requirement for the English requirement has been changed. Now you only need 6 overall to come as an academic if you're doing to get into Canada. And other than that, we already know that they have announced 4 5 another test through which you will be considered under SDS. So definitely that means more application coming in, more international students coming in. So let's hope that keep on continuing. But what all Canada need to, I think, manage is the resources for them. As far as that is managed, international students is a big resource of revenue, big resource of workforce which is coming in Canada. So we are hoping that the cap doesn't come in and international students still come in as the number we have seen in the last 2 years and they get their goals achieved. But yes, at the same time, I'm pretty sure IRCC definitely will be working on getting onto some pathways, especially for the skills which are shortage in Canada, that those international students, if they are doing those programs or the skills, they may get an opportunity. But let's see how it goes from here. It will be exciting to go from here and see how the international student market develops for 2024. As we are talking about international students, let me give you another 2 updates we have for the admissions opening up for onshore students. If you are in Canada and you are right now in onshore in Ontario, if you are looking for fall September 2023 seats, we have got last few seats just which were allotted toward yesterday. Cambrian Hanson College at North York campus is accepting application for September 2023. We have got limited seats. So if you are in Canada, completed one program, we have a post-graduation program in project management available for you for the next year if you want to do that. If you are came to a private college but you want to move to a public college and want to become eligible for post-graduation work permit, then this is the college you can go for fall 2023 intake. I'm talking about onshore right now. Then for offshore 2024, another good news came in just yesterday. Starting from today, St. Lawrence Alpha, which is in Scarborough, is accepting application for its all postgraduate and undergraduate program for onshore student and offshore student also we have available for January. But onshore started just today. Again, very limited seats. So if you are in Canada looking for another post-graduation diploma starting in January, contact our office in Canada in Brampton and we will be happy to assist you and get you an offer letter for January 2024. So if you have any requirement of getting into a public institution, you have completed your program, or if you're not able to do your current program successfully, you want to make a fresh start, want to do a new program, then January 2024 and even fall 2023, we have got seats available in colleges in GTA. So if you are definitely looking for any admissions, your friends or family, contact us in our Brampton office and we will be very, very happy to assist you with that too. So that's about the international students and what we're expecting in the coming year. Let's see, it's going to be positive, and I'm pretty sure the number is still going to be higher as we have seen in the last year. From 800,000, we have gone to 900,000 in 2023. Hope that will continue, and there should not be much to be concerned about the student. So now, as I've said in the beginning of the show, there was no express entry draw. So what is Canada doing right now? Are they not inviting people at all? Or if they are less opportunity now? No, that is not the case. Express entry is one of the most popular streams through which Canadian people immigrate to Canada. But don't forget, provincial nominees are the another strong categories through which people get their permanent residency. So today we will be discussing about 3 provinces who have recently announced their PNP draws. There is Alberta, British Columbia, and Manitoba. So I will be giving you a bit of detail what those draws were, which were the people who were invited, and what was the CRS code. Because express entry, we all know it's almost getting beyond reach of lot of students, and even the people from abroad who wants to come and settle Canada. The score is not dropping less than 490. We have recently seen. So what are the other options? Yes, PNP, provincial nominee programs, are the other best options you have. So as I said, we will be discussing about it. So let me just give you a detail about. We're going to start off with British Columbia. British Columbia had 4 draws in the last couple of 1 week. They have revealed their information of which were the people who were invited, what could make you eligible to apply for that provincial nominee program. So they were around, okay, the numbers were not very high. Obviously, when we talk about express entry draw, we look at around 4,000 invitation wins and 7,000, 5,000 invitations there. But through express entry, as we were again discussing initially, there is quota been allotted to all the provincial nominee programs. So all the provinces have their quota system already there. So right now, British Columbia invited 225 invitation in overall was sent, out of which the largest went to the general category, where 169 invitation was sent to the people who were skilled worker and international graduates in BC were invited through the stream. So, and out of that, we talk about 88 out of the 169 students, they were the entry level or skill level jobs got the invitation, and 106 invitation was sent to the skilled worker category, and 109 invitation was sent to the international graduate. So these were the people who got the invitation, but there were a few specific invitations other than that which were sent. They were not too much high in number, but if you talk about the score, they have, like, BC have their own, in fact, all the provinces have their own immigration platform on our own PNP programs, which are being designed differently according to their demand, their industry, their labor shortage. But they have recently another invited only with 60 score under their own system, which is called CIRS, through which they have invited the 60 candidates. Out of that, if you talk about the NOC NOC, or the category which were invited, were ECE, early childhood assistant, teachers and assistant, healthcare professional, and less other stream were invited. So if you see under this category, there were people who have been invited. If you see, there have been health people who have been invited. There have been early childhood assistant, teacher, and assistant have been invited. So these were the options available for this draw. These were the outcome of this draw. Not a big draw, 225 only invitations sent, but as I said, they are not big draws as compared to express entry, but you still have a chance. If you are lucky enough, if your experience and your education is matching the requirement of the province, then definitely you still have a chance. All you need to keep in mind is, don't only focus on express entry. You have to create your profile under different PNP system. Like Ontario has their own program, BC has their own, Alberta has their own. So you have to, in fact, create your profile, submit your expression of interest that you are willing to move to that province. Then only you will have a chance of getting an invitation. It's not like you're sitting at home creating a profile under express entry and you'll get your invitations, because all the provincial nominee program are different. Few of them, yes, are related to express entry and you get your invitation through that, but most of them our province have their own program, their own website through which you have to create your expression of interest, and then only you have a chance of getting an invitation. So if you are looking forward for, like, you are an EC and you were not invited, maybe you have not created your draw for your invitation to invite expression of interest, to the provincial SIRS system, which is in Vancouver. So this was the detail from the Vancouver PNP draw we have. Then we had another draw in Alberta. In Alberta, we had another draw. Let me talk about, get me hold of the details. Yes, so Alberta had its draw, and the invitation they sent this time was, okay, so they had 3 draws. One was held on 15th of August, then 16th of August, and then 22nd of August. So the information of that is available now online on the platform, but I'm still again going to let you know which were the people who were invited and what was the draw score. Again, now all the category 3 draws are related to express entry. So the invitation was sent to the people who have created their profile under express entry, and they were picked from Alberta. Now, if I'm going to tell you the CRS score, it was very, very very low as compared to uh, the if you talk about the express entry profile. See, Alberta on 15th of August, they invited 14 candidates through the dedicated healthcare pathway with Alberta job offer stream. So that means the people who already have a job offer from that stream, which was a healthcare pathway with Alberta job. So they were the people who invited. The CRS score was only 326. Yes, 326 was the only score. So as compared to the Express Entry General Draw, where the score goes as high as 500, this was the CRS score only 326. But yes, only 14 candidates got the invitation. But definitely they were the lucky one who have their job offer in this field and they were invited. Then secondly, on 16th of August, there was another draw held where 16 were held. Only 300 was the CRS score required, and that went to tourism and hospitality occupation with Alberta job offer. So definitely, you need to have a job offer in that stream. Then only you can get an invite. You should have your experience under these example. The people who have an experience with tourism and hospitality industry, they were the people who were invited under this stream. With the score, with job offer stream with a CRS score of, sorry, here the CRS score was 408, not 300. They in fact nominated 300 people through this draw, but the CRS score was 408. Again, still much lower than the actual express entry draw. Then finally, on August 22, the province had another draw where they invited 89 candidates were invited through their construction occupation with Alberta job offer. In all the stream, you will see the job offer was minimum required. So without job offer, you cannot qualify for this draw. But if you see the CRS score, it is much lower than the express entry, where express entry draw is not coming less than 490. But if you see this score, the minimum score was yes 303. Only 303 were invited if you have experience in construction and other field, and if you have a job offer from Alberta, and if you have a job profile, and if you have an express entry profile. So these were the people who got an invitation. Again, not a big number if you talk about, but the key factor to look here is the CRS score was as low as 303, almost 200 less than the normal express entry draw. So that's what I mean to say. Don't just focus on express entry. You still have another chance. They have another pathway through a provincial nominee program, but you have to maybe if you like the previous British Columbia draws we discussed, they didn't require a job offer. But in Alberta, the only people who were picked under this draw required a job offer. So every province is different. The system is different. The way they send the invites are different. But definitely, it is something very positive for you to understand and to learn that this is how the Canadian immigration system is working. Their goals, they are still hitting their goals. They are focused on still getting international students, foreign workers, permanent resident people through one or the other stream. But you need to be aware of those streams. You should have knowledge of all the programs available, and that will help you definitely getting your invitation to invite will be sent to you. So make sure that you are definitely aware of the stream. If you are not, you can contact our offices. According to your profile, we can help you and guide you and let you know how you can get those, how you can maybe qualify for that stream. So after this, we have another stream which got the invitation, which was from Manitoba. So let me discuss about what their draws were, who the people they were, which were the people who were invited under this draw. So this draw was held on August 24, where 623 letters of advice to candidates in the Manitoba Provincial Nominee Program were sent. This included 178 were the express entry candidates. So again, if you see this stream is linked to their express entry, 178 people were invited. Among them, the province invited 250 skilled workers in Manitoba. Now, these are the people who are already in Manitoba, who have gained experience in Manitoba. Out of the 250 people under the skill categories were invited with a minimum score of 612. So again, Manitoba have their own PNP portal. You have to create your profile. You have to create your expression of interest. And once you create your expression of interest, then only you get an invite. So with 612 score, if you had, these are the people who were invited. These candidates also required an occupation that falls under one of the three specific NOC NOC, and those were general trades, some mail and message distribution, other transport equipment, and helpers and laborers and other transport drivers, operators, and laborers. So these were the people who were invited under this draw. The province also invited 250 skilled workers with a minimum score of 646 in a non-occupation specific draw. So a lot of draws happened in the last 3 weeks. We have discussed about the three major provinces which held their draw. So those were the people who got their draws, and obviously that is something to look forward for you. And as I said, that is something you need to make sure that you are definitely following not just the PNP, just not the express entry. Also follow the PNP provinces, what their draws are, and that will make you definitely understand that Canadian immigration system is vast. There are a lot of pathways through which, as far as we understand, there are more than 100 pathways through which student people can immigrate to Canada and make Canada their dream home. But yes, you have to be aware of this rule. You should be in touch with one of the expert who looks after these things, who can look after these things for you closely and help you and guide you getting your permanent residency. And we can definitely help you. Net worth immigration can definitely help you in this field. As I said, we have been doing it from last 20 years very, very successfully. If you are somebody looking to immigrate to Canada, study in Canada, work in Canada, contact our office. We are based in Brampton, Ontario, and we have a location back home in India in Karnal. So yes, definitely we can help you and assist you in all the immigration matter you need. So these were the draws I wanted to discuss for this week. As already told, no express entry draw. No express entry draw was held. So nothing information, nothing an update on that end. But we are, I think there was no draw last week also and this week also. I know it's disappointing, but express entry. Anyhow, if you think it's too high for people to achieve, so you have to look out for the other option for yourself. You have to make sure that you have those options available for you. For that, you need to have knowledge for that program. You need to understand about those programs. Then only you can get it. If you are somebody who have obviously watching the session live, you can ask your question. This is not just a session for me to give you updates. Definitely that is an important part of the session, but we also recommend all our clients and viewers to ask their questions. Whatever concerns they have, we will be happy to assist them in that regard. So I can see one of the questions from Rich and Globe asking which school is available for winter 2024. There are few seats available. As I said, just if you're outside Canada, we have got St. Lawrence available. And that is not just the only college which is available for 2024. Richard, we need to get your profile, we need to get your documents, your education, your English level skills. If that is required, then only we can suggest you which programs and college may work out best for you. But we have got seats available. If you are onshore or offshore, we have seats available. I just want to repeat again. If you are in Canada looking for September 2023 onshore admission, we have got Cambrian Hanson at North York available for January 2024, for September 2024, and for January. If you are again onshore, we have got just open today, January intake for St. Lawrence Alpha at Scarborough is also available. All their programs are post-graduation work permit eligible. So if you complete your program, you will be eligible for post-graduation work permit. So that's how, basically that's if you're an international student who just came in Canada looking for another program, don't want to do, obviously study in a private college, you can move on to, if you want to move on to public program, so that's how it can work for you. So that's it for this session, to be honest. There are no much more update. As I said, provincial nominee program was the only thing which happened. We talked about international student cap. We know that is maybe coming out, but still keep a finger crossed. Hopefully that doesn't come in, and we still see a lot of international students come. Even if the cap comes in, I don't think it's going to be too much. Only thing is they just want to maybe break up through provinces, through students, through which country or where they're coming from. But I'm still very, very hopeful that international student will still be a very important recruitment strategy for Canada. And because not just they bring in the workforce, they also bring in billions of dollars in Canadian economy. So I'm pretty sure Canada is not going to, it definitely will look after that income stream and will make sure international students are always welcome to Canada. Even if you compare it now, I think the number of international students coming to Canada is much, much higher to any other country, and that is still going to remain the same. So with that hope, definitely, as I said, next Friday we'll have another live session, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and in India it will be 8:30 p.m. You have to, again, if you want, definitely you can join our live session on that. If you need regular updates, you can like all of our social media platforms. We are on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, everywhere we are available. We can definitely also assist you in that too. So thank you all for joining in. We will see you all next Friday, and we will be talking about more about it, more new updates, more new program. Adnan, I saw your question. I've already replied your question to Vaibhav. You can contact him and he will be able to answer it. I already read your email this morning and I've given my say on that to Vaibhav. So you can contact him in your office and he will let you know how we should submit your work permit application. Thank you, Adnan, also for joining this session. Thank you, everybody who joined in. Thank you all, and definitely next Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will see you live back again at this show. Till then, goodbye. Have a great long weekend. This is the last summer long weekend in Canada. Hope everybody enjoys in Canada because the last summer intake before we get into fall and then into winter. So yes, definitely looking forward for this long weekend. We are off on Monday, just to let everybody know we are not working on Monday. We are open tomorrow as for our usual business hours 11 to 4 on Saturday, but Monday we will not be available. Nobody will be available. So we will be back live on Tuesday. We will be available in office on Tuesday, from Tuesday after that, but we are working on Saturday tomorrow. So if you have any question or concern, you can still approach us over tomorrow. Rest other that, we will be available on Tuesday. So have a great long weekend. Have a great summer weekend. And we will see you all next Friday. Till then, goodbye and have a good week ahead. Thank you.